Okay, so what happens when a £550 Callaway Paradigm driver meets a Land Rover Discovery? Chris, over to you.
Discovery? How dare he?
Oh, it's a Defender, isn't it?
Defender. I apologise to anyone with a Discovery there as well, but that's what happens.
So I'm sure lots of people have had accidents with their golf clubs, maybe in the boot closing them. Usually it's a shaft that has damage, yes. But today, as you can see, Chris's driver has suffered some very interesting structural damage. So we're going to test it today and see obviously this isn't ideal and it hasn't been done on purpose, but we might as well see if it still works, because a lot of people might think if my driver breaks, can it still perform? So we're here at CALLAWAY Park Golf, we're going to test it. Chris has tested it for numbers as well. So I'll put those in towards the latter end of the video. But we're just going to have a match with it, aren't we, and just see what we can do. I'm not sure it's going to... I've already hit it once, and it doesn't sound the same. So it's like Rod Stewart, it doesn't sound like it used to do, but might still do a job.
How dare you!
There's no need to do that to Rod, is there? What's Rod done to you?
I went to see Sir Rod live.
Oh, now you're putting him to pieces.
They were terrible. Right. So have you noticed anything performance-wise already, Chris?
Only a little bit down on distance. Obviously, after a few more hits out here, it is starting to wear and tear a bit more. I mean, that sounded horrendous.
It didn't sound the best. It's in play just, I think.
I mean, it struck it well there, I would say.
And I think this could be one of the features that maybe we lose out on. We lose out on the forgiveness element of it. I think if you get it right out the screws, it might still be right. Guys, you might think this is a strange video to do, but how often do you see a driver like this that, I mean, without doing it on purpose, like some people on TikTok and Instagram do? And I hate bastardizing golf clubs for the sake of content. You wouldn't do it, would you?
No.
Basically, if Brett would have picked the tent up, Chris wouldn't have run this over, so Brett, it's your fault.
Yeah, I mean, I did hear a crack. I didn't know if it was the car or the driver.
And it's worrying, isn't it? I actually drove my car into the garage the other day. My car fits in the garage like that. And I heard it cracking. So now I've got a little bit more room to go with.
Oh, there we go. Going a bit quicker. Take it at speed.
Tell you what,
see, that's come off.
That actually sounds better. We've fixed the Paradigm driver.
That's gone a long way, that as well.
Now, and that's the next thing. Is it legal? Because has anything changed on here with the MOI and with the COR to maybe make it illegal? And does a driver, is it allowed to have a hole in it? What if it rains? Could change the weight of it.
Flash floods. Oh dear.
You can't say that. Okay, so two pretty interesting tee shots there. I've hit mine really well. It's down the middle of the fairway. I'm going to hit on the next hole my driver as well. Yeah. I'm going to compare them and see real world testing. So with your numbers, it was interesting. It was down a little bit on distance.
Yeah, 5 to 10 yards, which I don't think is bad after it's been ran over.
By a Defender.
To be honest. But
so I'm going to put a picture of Chris's, because you might think this is a normal car. I'm going to put a picture of his tyres on screen now. It's not a normal tyre.
Heavy duty tyres, just in case it snows once a year.
Yeah, anyway.
And I don't go out in the car then anyway.
No. So guys, loser's going to buy breakfast as well today, because we can't seem to get to the basis of who's going to buy breakfast.
Well, we did.
Oh yeah, Bobby. Now that, for me, is as good a drive as I'm ever going to hit on this hole. I don't actually like this hole driving-wise, because the lake does come into play. Chris looks like he's found his up on the right-hand side. Guys, have you ever damaged a golf club? I once got a TaylorMade R9 driver in Florida when they first came out. It was one of the first adjustable drivers that I ever had, and I remember dropping it on my mum and dad's kitchen floor because I took the wrench, because I didn't think the head came off. I thought it came up and spun. So I'm taking it away. I'm not even holding the head, bang. It dropped on the kitchen floor and it made a right mess of it. I had never hit it. I was just changing it and showing my dad exactly what it did. Memories. But Chris has got one just up there in the rough. Yours hasn't lost too much, because I absolutely nailed that. I'll go while you're here, Bobby, shall I? 125 playing 127, just a nice wedge. Little draw into it off that tree. Keep drawing. I struck that lovely as well. I think it's going to be all right. We'll take it.
Someone said James, I think he had 127, did he, Bobby? Right, 127. Wedge also. Oh.
Oh, that's long left, that's bad.
I was about to say the lie's not as good as James's, and that certainly snagged the club. Tricky shot, not the best pitching wedge I've ever hit, but let's see what we can do. James is on the green, he's found another ball as well. Oh boy.
You should mix that driver with that ball.
It's one of Gaz's, that, isn't it? One of Gary Martin's very own. What a bounce, Bobby.
Great shot.
Did you see that bounce? Full aim point here.
Hash browns aren't cheap, Bobby, are they?
They're not.
They're not. Not when you've broken a £500 driver. Think of the resale they could have on that as well. At least it's not the new one, the AI Smoke. That would have been upsetting. Just take it, take it, take it. Oh, stop it.
Oh. It was a lucky one, wasn't it?
Right. Well, it's a good job that I went in because the next one might have been a tough one.
Yes.
Give me the. I was saying to Rob actually, it's a good job it's not the AI Smoke, because like you think of the resale value you could have had.
Oh.
A data in Callaway and say, excuse me, is it under warranty?
Faulty.
Faulty.
Yeah. Faulty. If it meets a car, sounds like a Callaway problem to me. That.
How could it not withstand a Discovery tyre?
Discovery. Great. The new Discoveries are fantastic cars. I mean, the old ones were as well.
It might have lived
They
on.
probably work better than mine.
If it was a Discovery, it might have lived on.
It might have.
Oof.
It sounds like one of those Sasquatches.
Is that because there's a... Oh, it's cracked even more, look.
Oh yeah.
Is that because there's a escape for the audio, like for the vibrations?
So. Crack is getting bigger. I might not make the end of this video, to be honest.
Oh, but that sounded amazing.
That's a cracking ball flight as well.
So right, you've hit that really well. It's just past the 150s. Hit us one with your QI, and let's see, because we have got him a new driver. It's like having a son. Well, I've got a son actually. He's a lot cheaper than Chris to keep.
He's not. You just had to buy a barbecue.
The barbecue was for me. On screen now. Komodo. A pit boss it is.
It's not a Komodo.
No, that's the style.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Look at you, Mr. Barbecue.
It's not a Komodo Joe, but it's a pit boss. Costco actually. Kirkland. I got me gloves as well. Same day. New gloves. Barbecue.
More balls.
Yeah. He seals them as well. Right, this is going to be really interesting because that is nuked as well, isn't it?
Yeah, that was hit well. 2 good hits.
I don't think it's that much further, you know. I might be wrong, but we'll go and have a look.
I've got the numbers for you after this. Grip's wet now.
I think that's the least of your problems, Chris, if I'm being brutally
Grip's
honest.
moist. I'm going to lose an extra 40.
So, are we saying that it's centre strikes, it's generally okay, but maybe the stability's struggling? Because I hit mine really toey,
Yeah.
and usually that was the beauty about this driver. You used to get away with them, didn't you?
Yeah, I think it's just, again, the one the one on the last hole still did well, and it wasn't, you struck it well on the last
Yeah,
hole,
I did
didn't you?
struck it really well, yeah.
It was on my video, actually. James hit a bit of a toey one as well, but it still kept the distance, but the sound is obviously progressively getting worse.
And I think spin-wise on these, I think we're talking in the hundreds on some of them. That's why they're not launching.
Yeah, I mean, that one there stayed pretty low of mine, didn't it?
Yeah, and the QI was a lovely strike, wasn't it? Where's mine finished? Right, I've actually gotten away with that. I think it's gone through that V, but if you look at those, the broken paradigm's nearly done Chris's new driver. That's incredible.
5 yards, well, not even that, 2 yards.
Right, well, one up. Let's manage this situation, Bobby. All about game management. Is 6 iron enough?
How far is it?
It's a valid point. 182. Yeah.
Oh, you want it
A big slinging one. Like a low
as well?
low chasing sling. That has gone miles, by the way. Look how far that's gone. That was a flyer, came out hot.
Bobby's lost it. Right, so there's only around about 2 or 3 yards in that. So again, inside numbers, it was pretty much that. So between 5 and 10 yards potentially. So interesting. Straight at it. Could be a little bit short.
Looks like he's going for a game of tennis, Bobby, doesn't he?
Right, so I did come up just short, but I'm going to pot it with the
Your iron's
putter.
broken as well.
Pretty much. Tough putt this.
Short game wise, it's very, very impressive.
I'll take that because it could have been down in the abyss. Need a mark on that?
Nope, if I hit that, we're in trouble.
Right.
Oh, what did that hit? Did you see that bounce? That was exactly where I wanted it. The delightful little poppy strike. How many people do you think would take that driver into the pro and go, can you repair this, bro?
I think 90% of your average golfers would.
What you like at weaving triaxle carbon?
Is this covered under warranty?
Triaxle carbon on top, forged on the bottom.
That would have
And I've done them both in. But the strike lives on, pro. No, the shaft lives on, pro. How much foot shaft? I'll trade it in.
Right. Terrible putt, that, to be honest.
Not your best.
It could be all over sports fans.
Robinson don't miss these.
Then we'll have a longest drive. I think I'll do him. Oh.
Robinson don't miss these.
Robinson's kept the game open.
That turned a lot more than what I anticipated.
The second one.
On to the last one up.
So,
Right. Last hole, one up.
still your honour.
And it does make you think about... Oh, thanks, Bobby.
Look at that. He's trying to get out of buying breakfast.
It's because he's
isn't he?
invoiced me. That's
Yeah.
why.
That old Chezza.
Have you played this one?
I was here early.
Right. It does make you wonder about, you know, the forgiveness of it now.
Yeah.
Like if you're semi-serious about your golf, you're not playing this now.
Good ball flight.
Yeah, that'll do. Sounded so odd.
It didn't sound the best.
That's getting bigger and bigger. I reckon we get a T-peg in there for the thumbnail at the end. Ooh. See, and the guys...
Sasquatch.
Why do you say that? John says we thought we'd just set a cannon off. Come here and we'll show you in a second. So it's already getting attention from people.
See? Getting him attention.
That sounded horrendous.
That's come off so dead, that one. That was slightly high on the toe.
How's it looking now, that?
I mean, it's probably
I think,
tripled inside. It's now from one side to the other.
do we say it's hit its final shot out of safety?
I think so, yeah. Otherwise, someone's getting a carbon splinter to the face. Oh dear.
And there's your thumbnail, ladies and gentlemen.
Sports fans.
Look at that. Oh dear. A mixture of emotions, because look where mine is.
You'll never guess what.
What?
Steak tree. Struck it well. She's out.
He's not living his best life, is he? Biggest shot of his career to date. Well, it's not his best. Oh, it's up there, front edge. Right, 155, 8 iron. We'll start it at the bunkers and hopefully draw it off using the lie. Or it's just going to stay there.
Trap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fleshly rolled, but I still haven't judged.
You've
that
got to ask
well.
at what point do you concede?
That's 4. 4 blows. Yeah, pick it up. You can have it.
So guys, there you have it. Can you play with a broken driver? Yes. Should you? Probably not.